Here's my preview of the Baylor at Kansas State women's volleyball game. And it is this Saturday at 1 p.m. Central Time on ESPN Plus. And sure, it's during the football game time, but there's still live stats to keep track of too. And I want to go over how Kansas State has done this year overall, and as well as the Big 12, and some stats to keep an eye on. Kansas State is 12-8 overall. They're 3-4 in conference. They are coming off of a win, 3-2 against Oklahoma at Oklahoma. But the prior match they lost to TCU 3-2. So the last two have been back and forth, back and forth. Conference losses include, besides TCU, Texas 3-9, of course. Texas Tech 3-9. Kansas 3-2. So that's just naming those. Now some players to keep an eye on. Of course, number 2, Aaliyah Carter with 167 kills on 542 attempts with 84 errors. That's the most errors on the team in terms of attempts. 11 service aces, 26 service errors, 83 digs, 24 blocks. 20 of those are assisted. So, obviously, I know Molly Ramsey, number 3 for them. She doesn't have any kills on the year, but she does have 16 service aces and 7 service errors on the year, and 134 digs. So that's another player to keep an eye on. Katie Fernholtz, number 4, 123 kills, 40 errors, 310 attempts. 2 service errors, 34 digs, 82 blocks, 72 of those assisted. So that's okay. Gotta watch out for her. I know Ava LeGrand has not played that much, like 16 sets played up to this point. But I mean, 5 kills on 7 attempts. 101 assists, but I don't think that means she's going to play that much. 2 service aces, 1 service error, 20 digs, 13 blocks. 12 of those are assisted. I know this next player, number 12, Lauren Hinkle. She doesn't have a ton of kills, but 12 kills and 11 errors on 64 attempts, but 653 assists. That's a circle that player up. 20 service aces, 29 service errors, 130 digs, 46 blocks, 44 of those assisted. Shaylee Myers, number 14, 169 kills on 431 attempts with 43 errors, 10 service aces, 22 service errors, 60 digs, 27 blocks, 25 of those are assisted. Elena Baca, number 15, 200 kills on 601 attempts, which is the most attempts on the team, and the most in terms of kills on the year. 82 errors, 26 service aces, 40 service errors. That's by far the most. 176 digs, 23 blocks, 20 of those are assisted. Cindy Bolding, number 16, 140 kills on 338 attempts and 34 errors, 31 service aces, which is by far the most, 15 service errors though, 32 digs, 92 blocks, but 89 of those assisted. So, and there's 2 more players after this that you really need to just keep an eye on only. And those are Haley Warner, number 17, 110 kills on 298 attempts, 76 errors, 2 service aces and 2 service errors, 37 digs, 57 blocks, 56 of those assisted. And the last one, only mentioning her because the digs number is ridiculously high. Number 20, Mackenzie Morris, 57 assists, 17 service aces, 26 service errors, 344 digs. That's it. So that's going over all those players, or the notable ones. Aaliyah Carter, by the way, is an outside hitter, 5'10" tall. That's a junior. Molly Ramsey, 5'4" libero / setter. I mean, defensive specialist or libero, sophomore. Katie Fernholt is a middle blocker, 6'1", junior. Try to make sure I go over all the players I need to go over. Ava LeGrand, I don't know if she's going to play that much. She's a setter that's a freshman, 6 feet tall. Lauren Hinkle is a defensive specialist or a setter, 5'9" tall. That's a senior. So Shaylee Myers is a 6-foot outside hitter. That's a freshman. Alana Baca, 6'1" outside hitter. That's a senior. Cindy Bolding, 6'5" middle blocker. That's a senior. Haley Warner, a 6'2" opposite. That's a grad student. And Mackenzie Morris, number 20. She's a defensive specialist or libero. That's 5'7" tall. That's a junior. So that's going over the players in the stats as well as the positions. So obviously coming off of a 3-1 grinded out win against Texas Tech. That is a good Texas Tech team with 14 wins on the year prior to that match. Obviously, you got to try to start fast in every set if you can. Have good passing, limit the errors, of course. And you got to get some kills in this match and have like a good percentage in terms of kills with errors and attempts. Have a high percentage, let's just say, for example, like 14 kills and 2 errors on 20 attempts. That's a very, very good number. That is a good number. Or 14 kills with 20 on 20 attempts. That's a good number. That's just saying, for example. So, and I know you only won one road match on the year up to this point, which was against Kansas, and at least you got a road win for once. Actually, technically, if you want to include Wisconsin, those neutral site games, like Wisconsin as a win and San Diego State, UCSB, fine, but I consider those more neutral site because that's not a true road match, because the road environment is harder to play in. You just gotta stay settled. You just gotta settle in, and don't be intimidated by the environment. And I know Kansas State they're gonna try to play loose and easy because they have nothing to lose in this match. They really, really don't. And the standings for the Big 12 is kind of important right now because actually Texas volleyball lost last night, 3-2 to Iowa State. By surprise. So you're right with Iowa State right now. You're tied for second, but because of head-to-head, Iowa State is second right now. And granted, Iowa State could very, very well lose to some other teams in the Big 12 here, besides Texas on the road. So that's just saying Texas, and I would think we would get revenge over Iowa State because first of all, it's later on in the year, and second, Lauren Harrison's back to playing more now, which is helpful. And it's a third match left on the season, which is a long way away here. But I'm just saying that just to give some context how far down the line that is. So I think we're going to be better by that point. Yeah, Texas right now is 6-1. Iowa State's 5-2. We are 5-2. Kansas is 5-3. TCU's 4-3. Texas Tech 3-4. Kansas State 3-4. Like I said, Oklahoma's 1-6, and West Virginia's 0-7. So this is an important match for both teams here. But if we want to keep up with Texas and Iowa State, we gotta win this one. So let's come out ready to go and give Kansas State some problems. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. And see you guys later. It's going to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.